no knock on anybody else, but the thing is, we have to see our likeness. Yep. So we have to tell our stories, and I'm passionate about that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Steven Spielberg did an excellent job with Color Purple. I'm no knock on that, right? He did it. However, Black people in America have to tell our stories on all spectrums. I'm gonna stand on that till the day I die.
Good?
Let's do it.
This is why I'm gonna get everybody that loves hip hop. We're gonna get all kind of.
I see a lot of sneakers in the house tonight.
Ooh. A
lot of sneakers in the house tonight.
Yes, a lot of sneakers.
There's a lot of sneakers in the house tonight.
Good evening.
Hey yo, we about to start up, y'all. Let's go.
All right. Welcome to the 4th installment of the Where's Brunch podcast.
Live from Unwined.
Live from Unwined. I am Trina Marie.
I'm Brocky.
My husband,
Brocky. I'm Brocky.
Yes. If you don't know already where to find us, we are the Where's Brunch podcast on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. And there's a subscribe QRC code on the bar. If you're not already following us, please you can go ahead and follow.
Are you loud enough? Can you hear?
People in that drink wine. Can you hear?
Gather them, James. Thank you. Keep going.
All right. So first, we'd like to do a few thank yous. First to the birthday girl Jess. We'd like to say thank you, Vanessa. We'd like to say thanks to all the Unwind staff here working the event tonight. And in addition to Ford and Chris, our wine guy. He's pouring you guys the wine. Tip your wine guy.
Can you hear me?
And we also have to welcome the DJ.
Shout out to Life.
That's DJ Life right there. Welcome. So if you don't know already, is that me?
Keep going.
If you don't know already, there's a wine tasting happening in the front of the store. So there are 6 wines for you guys to try. There's cheese and charcuterie over to the right, I believe.
To our right.
To our right, or my right, my bad. As well as some birthday celebration stuff set up at the bar. If you don't know, she's walking around. There are books for sale in the store. There's wine all over the store that you can purchase if you'd like. There's also like chips and cheese and stuff in the freezer. There's oxtail in the freezer. If you need oxtail, there's actually oxtail.
There's a lot of meat in there.
There's a lot of meat. Pause. In the freezer.
Pause.
No pun intended. Yes. And also, if you have never been here before, there's a wine club that you can also join. If you'd like to become a member and get a monthly subscription, you can see Jess right there and sign up for wine and get your allocations and take them up here and hang out with us.
Shout out to the Maryland people and the DC people who made it over the bridge. It's
y'all made it over the bridge.
One turn off of Route 1. I'm proud of y'all. Y'all made it. Y'all usually scared.
Yes. And also to our neighbors from the Foundry. I see some Foundry people
Shout
in
out
the
to
building
the
tonight. So thank you. But before we get started tonight, there is a very special VIP here.
Yes.
Who happen to have a birthday. And you may see this gigantic leaning tower of chocolate up at the front
Not
over
me.
there.
It's a cake.
So we would like to say happy birthday to Jess.
Hey.
And toast to her. If you have a glass in your hand, please raise it up and cheers to you for your birthday.
Happy birthday, Jess.
Happy birthday.
Appreciate you, Jess. And also,
we have a gift on the Where's Brunch podcast for you.
Yeah, we have a gift for you too. So yeah, there you have it. Enjoy. Cheers, and we will have cake, I guess, after.
We have to figure out how to cut that thing. I don't know how to cut it.
We need a professional. We need a professional from the other side to cut the cake.
We need to figure out how to cut it, but it will be cut.
All right.
So
cool.
our guests today are friends of ours. They are a dynamic duo. They are someone we think that you guys could relate to and could really respect and just admire once you get to know them. We have Naku, Mayo, and Christina, Mayo. Mayo 2 Media in the house. Round of applause, please. They are photographer and videographer dynamic duo covering a lot of the spirits in the DMV area, especially on the black side.
Yeah, pretty much. We got to tell our story.
You will hear us refer to this gentleman, even though his last name is Mayo, we will call him Mayo. Everyone calls him Mayo.
Indeed.
And this is his beautiful wife, Christina. Welcome to the show, y'all.
Appreciate y'all, man. Thank you.
Welcome.
This is a long time coming.
Yeah,
So you already know.
Yeah, this is a good
Y'all
thing.
been doing it. I've been loving it. Like
Hey.
y'all been pulling out some spots.
It's not
I
about
ain't even
us.
Stop
Right.
it.
They used to be on the other side of the camera, y'all.
Exactly.
So don't let them take over this interview.
All I want to say is the fact that y'all really find some dope spots, like for brunch, but just in eating in general, like, you know, places that we, you know, people that may not know about.
Yeah.
So that's the part I really appreciate. So before we get started, and we're gonna let y'all do your thing. We came bearing some gifts. So I know we in Unwined and everything, but Brocky and I love whiskey. So I always have to, you know, share with him a bottle. So I had to get you a bottle of the Royal Broccoli, 12 year. So the thing that's special about this, the label, they don't make anymore. So this label, they don't make it in the United States anymore, so they changed the label.
Okay.
And so when I found out through my boy Jonathan, who's a rep, I went out and bought like 3 or 4 bottles.
Okay, it's like that?
I had to. But I wanted to make sure I get one to you because I know you and I love scotch and everything like that.
Yes,
so
yes.
this is
Appreciate
for
you,
you,
bro.
bro.
Appreciate
Indeed.
you. Oh, okay.
Thank you.
And then, of course,
It's peated?
that one, yeah, that one,
Okay.
is, yeah, but it's not heavily peated on that one. That's
all
the 12
good.
year. So, see, already.
Come through.
So, Trina is the wine sommelier. I don't know too much about wine, but I had a bottle of wine I wanted to give to you. And so, you will let me know how you like it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And then,
Appreciate y'all, yo.
Yeah.
I'm just, we just grab.
Y'all setting a new standard. When you come on the show,
Listen,
you better be bearing gifts.
you never go into anyone's house empty-handed, or you know, that's how you gotta do.
This is kind of our home here on
Right.
Wine. So.
Yes, absolutely.
Y'all feeling good? Christina, you good?
You good?
A little bit shy. It's all good.
I'm only twice a year in front of the camera. So
Indeed.
In front of the camera now is
Indeed. We here though.
We appreciate you.
Let's get to it, man. We want to talk about marriage, business, and everything in between.
Yeah.
Okay.
You ready, baby?
Yeah, I'm
Let's
ready.
go.
So, where are you guys from originally, and where do you claim home now?
well, we claim home now in Bowie, Maryland, but I'm originally from DC, from Northwest DC, Smith Kennedy, Coolidge area.
Oh, damn.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Went there.
Brooklyn, baby. Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
You already know. Kings County Hospital, Flatbush, all that Church Ave, we getting it.
All that.
So let's
all
get
You
it.
said the hospital you was born in?
Indeed. Because if you know, you know. It is what it is.
You Nets or the Knicks?
Hmm?
You Nets?
Knicks.
Knicks? Okay.
Absolutely.
Word.
Knicks.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Been doing real good right now.
Hey, yeah, we gonna see.
Game
Game
7 tomorrow,
seven
yo.
I
tomorrow.
know. We gonna
Ready?
see.
Don't
I'm
call me
ready.
tomorrow.
I'm just. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Like this the furthest they've gotten in a minute. So.
Yeah.
Since OJ.
You said since OJ?
Since the way Bronco.
Are you
Indeed,
really?
indeed.
Yeah.
They got suspended.
We not reliving the finger roll from back then. All right, come on now. I think I lost $100 on that game, and I still remember that.
So we were talking earlier about the good old days in DC and the DMV. How did you guys actually meet each other?
Go ahead. You tell the story better than I do.
So, a friend of mine who I've known since kindergarten. In '95, she called me, and she has never called me for this request. And she was like, "Oh, friends, we're going out, and he has he has a friend with him. So can you come with us?" I'm just like, this sounds like a blind date.
Wingman duty. Wingman duty.
It sounds like a blind date. And she's like, no, we're just friends going out. And I told her, I was like, I don't know. So I told her I'd call her back, and I'm glad I called her back because, I said yes, but it was no pressure type thing. When we went out. The rest is history.
The rest is history.
Literally.
So y'all clicked?
She was it was instant. We went to the movies. All four of us went to the movies, and normally I when I go to movies, you're not really thinking too much about the movie. You talking to the person and everything, but both of us were just laughing at the movie the whole time.
Okay, that's dope.
Instantly, I could be myself.
Oh, that's dope.
It was instant.
That's important.
So.
Yeah, she had me change her hubcap on that night also. She's like, so I lost my hubcap. Can you put this one on? I'm like, really?
Wait a minute. How long after the meeting was this?
It was the same night.
It was the same night.
It was the same night. Like we had left out the movies and we was going to the car. And she was like, so I lost my hubcap. You can put it on for me. I was like, all right, I got you.
Back seat, so
Yeah, so it's ready.
I just asked them.
Yeah,
I said, I have to ask, what was the movie?
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber.
Oh my God!
Wow.
I was in the aisles cracking up at that movie.
Oh, crazy.
So we were both. I could tell this personality.
That had a similar sense of humor.
Yeah.
Similar. We were different, but we were similar. But when we met each other, we were not officially, photographers. It was just a hobby for both of us.
Wow, so it's probably from both of you. So how long y'all been married?
July be 28 years.
28 years.
Yeah.
Oh,
Salute.
It's just a thumb. It's just nice. Don't worry.
Yeah, 28. Like, it's crazy because, thinking about that, it's like, damn, where did time go? You know what I mean? Like, it literally, like, remembering the wedding day, even just things leading up to the wedding day, things that happened on the wedding day, just everything. But it's just like, man, we about to hit 28 years. And like, for us, like, neither one of us come from that type of legacy. You understand what I'm saying? So we didn't have the model of here's how marriage should be, here's how black marriage should be, here's how black love should be. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So we didn't have that particular model. Like, so for us to be at 28 years and still love each other, still in love with each other, it's just like,
that's dope.
Yo, it is. And it's just like, and for us, I think sometimes we feel like an anomaly. And I'm not saying that we're the only ones. I know there's other folks, you know what I mean? But I think because we don't come from a standard, we don't come from, like both of our parents divorced. My mom, married twice. My biological father married 3-4 times, I don't know, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? So, my dad who raised me married like 3 times. So, when you don't see those type of examples, odds are you either going to repeat that or you just ain't going to get married at all. You know what I mean? So,
y'all broke that.
Yeah, we definitely broke that. That curse wasn't happening. Yeah. And really I don't know, it wasn't, I think internally and spiritually we knew that was something we wanted to do. And we've had conversations about it, even as we started getting more in the, after 12, 15 years, we kind of like, we kind of started really having conversations about how we didn't have that model and what it really meant to us. You know what I'm saying? And not, some people are like, we together for the kids and this and that. And I'm like, yo, for real, I'm ready when them bams get out the house. Like, we got one more. We got 10 more years for him. And I'm like, come on, bro. You gotta hurry this up. You gotta hurry this up. So.
The empty nester thing is a good thing.
Oh, I'm trying to tell you, we was planning on that joint.
So what do you guys think after 28 years are 3 successful tips that you have for a successful marriage that you can share with everybody?
Go ahead. Go ahead, you start.
Well, we can't tell a lot of people what to do.
Right.
Because everyone is going to make a decision for themselves.
Yep.
Right.
So we don't give out advice.
Okay.
I hear that.
All right.
We give
Yeah.
suggestions,
Okay.
but we don't give out advice. Because people take it or leave it and oh, that worked for you, doesn't work for me.
Right.
So our biggest thing is we can tell you what not to do.
Okay.
Might not know what to tell you what to do, but we can tell you what not to do.
Okay.
But as with everything, communication
There you go.
is everything. It's truly everything. And not just talk about to each other when everything is going good. but literally talk about everything.
Yeah.
The good, the bad, and the what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And empty your pockets.
Yeah.
No, I need you to tell me, how are you feeling right now about this? You know, and to look at your spouse as a best friend. Because think about, with your friends, you give your friends so much grace. So much grace. It's the same thing with your spouse. You have to give your spouse grace as well. And keep talking, no matter what it looks like.
That's true. And to go off of that a little bit more, I always say this: it's the ones that's closest to you that take you for granted the most. So that's something that you have to be constantly aware of in the marriage. You know what I'm saying? I would assume for 28 years, you want to make sure you don't take a person for granted.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And we go ahead.
Oh yeah, and I'm just gonna say, surround yourself with people who are like-minded.
Facts.
Don't ever take that for granted.
Facts.
As far as thinking, oh, we good. We only need each other. No, you need other people. You want to get strength in that with other people. It's just like with trees. To use the metaphor, we have a tree in the backyard. It's fell over twice because it's in the middle of the yard. And then in the back, you have an entire wooded area. Those trees have been there over 30 years. None of them have fallen. They just thrived. And that single tree now is just a stump. Because it's fell twice, it's dead now.
Wow.
It's the same thing in a marriage. You have to be around strength. Even if they don't look like strength. Even if they're smiling, they'll talk to you. You can talk with them. And our faith keeps us.
Nice.
Yeah.
It keeps us because we didn't have it. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're
Exactly.
getting busy up here.
Yeah.
That's a sign of a good time.
That's always.
You can't hear her?
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, Michael up on the side.
Oh yeah.
Like up here.
Michael, try to put like up on the side.
See if that'll work.
Yeah, because you're right here. You can't hear her.
You can't hear Trina?
Okay. Is that better?
You might want to hold it.
It's still low? Oh
Trina
yeah,
still
look.
up?
I got my sexy
It's a
voice.
sultry voice.
Wow.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Keep going.
Keep going. What can you go? Yeah, I can see.
All
Yeah,
right, there
I
you
can
go.
see.
Go
All
ahead.
Keep going.
right, cool.
Go ahead.
All
You
right,
done?
so you gotta get number 3.
I gotta do number 3.
Yeah.
So we said communication. We said basically community and everything like that. Jeez, I'm trying to figure out which one to pick. I think one of the things that I would say, and we always say about like what not to do, and kind of going off of one of the things you said about having grace with your spouse and your partner. Don't try to change or put each other. Don't try to change each other or put each other on a pedestal. And I think that's one of the things like early on in our marriage where we kind of had each other on a pedestal, and I think we didn't realize we had each other on a pedestal. So when you make a mistake, it's like, yo, the hell you doing? Like, what's going on? Blah blah blah. You know what I mean? And then not understanding that, hold on, like in marriage, you should know and understand that you have to give each other grace because you're gonna grow, you're gonna evolve, right? So we got married. I was 25, she was 27. Right, so I had to get an older woman. You know what I'm saying? You know how we had to do. So, I think both of us were. We knew we wanted to get married probably after 3 months of dating, and so understanding that, and it's crazy because it's like when you find somebody and y'all have the vibe, you have the connection, and it's like, okay, yeah, let's do this. You don't know what's going to occur 2, 3, 5 years down the road. You don't know what kind of challenges you're going to run into, and then how you're going to work with each other in those challenges. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, in that you got, either things you got to deal with that you haven't dealt with from your past. You got what you're going through right now. You got the world that's out here. So it's just like, okay, how do we navigate? So when you don't put each other on a pedestal and give each other that grace, you understand what I'm saying? It helps the both of you to actually grow with each other, see each other as one best friends, but then knowing it's like, okay, we doing this together. Like I would rather, like doing life with her is like one of the best things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not knocking anybody or anything like that. I don't know how Solomon had 1,000 wives. I'm gonna tell you right now, there's no way I can. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if that's your vibe, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? But there's no way I can handle more than one black woman. It's not happening. It's not a knock on her. It is. You understand what I'm saying? It is because she. You know, I always say like, if, you know, women. If I have friends who like. I don't have a whole lot of single male friends, and that's strategically for a reason. I don't have a lot of single male friends. I have friends who are men, who are male, who are single, but they're not somebody that I hang out with like that, right? It's men that I choose that I would hang out with who are married, right? Who are honorable in their marriage, for one. Because when we get to talking about certain things that's men related, it's a safe space. And it's not like, oh, what you mean you doing A, B, C, and D? It's like, no, because at the end of the day, like I tell anybody, you know, men know, women know, you're gonna have somebody that's gonna try you. You're gonna have somebody that's, oh, let me see how far I can get, right? They see the ring, people don't care about the ring. They never care about the ring. This is before 2024, so they're gonna see how far they can try. And I'll be like, listen, if you can treat me, you can't deal with me. Let's start right there. No, I'm real talk. Like, you can't deal with me because she's the only one on this earth as a woman that can really deal with me. And she's proven that, right? 2, you have to treat me better than she treats me. If you can't treat me better, it's not even just all about sex. It's about 360 degrees. Can you treat me better than her? Like when I come home and I might be having a moment. I'm ready to fly off the handle. And she's like, she knows how to handle me and talk to me like, hold on, you can't go and do that. You understand what I mean? And she knows how to hit those, like really like, hold on. Or she knows like if I get a certain way, if I'm mad quiet, she knows like, okay, what's going on? She'll come to me like, what's up? If you don't know that about me, you just let me go about myself to my devices, and the next thing you know, you like, why I gotta get you from jail? Because I had to go smack this dude, whatever,
Right.
But she'll say, listen, hold on, I need you to talk. You understand what I'm saying? So you want somebody that's gonna push you to really have either challenging conversation, but also say, listen, I know you. Yeah. So because I know you, stop playing with me, talk to me, what's going on?
Yeah.
Because I have like, in this fight, it's the same way. So it isn't just with her, with me. I'm like that with her. So I can say, I'm like, yo, what's the deal? What's going on?
You can tell.
Come on, man. It's you, you know when the vibe is off. And it may not have nothing to do with you.
Right.
It's just, it could be a situation. It could be, life. So I'm like, okay, well, let's talk about it. Mm-hmm. We go out to dinner, we go, let's get in the car or whatever, get away, from the kids or whatever. Like, all right, let's go talk about it. Let's have some us time. So, I think I said a lot in that, but I think for the most part, it's like, really, man, just understand, you just understand what's going to work for you in your marriage. Have those conversations, have the communication, have people around you that's like-minded. You understand what I mean? Find your tribe. I've had people who are married. I'm like, nah, I ain't hanging out with y'all. We good. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm good. Never mind. Oh, what you mean? Nah, I'm good. Don't worry about it. Because if I tell you, you won't think I'm lying. So never mind. We good. And then just, understand that in your marriage, you're going to evolve and grow. And as you evolve and grow together, let that grace be right there for you, like for each other.
Yeah.
So
We're not the same exact person that we were 28 years ago.
Hell no.
Yeah.
There should be some,
kids at the end of the day.
some type of growth, and that's with everyone. Married or not, no one should be the same person. A lot of people say, "Oh, you come up with a lot of baggage." I can handle baggage,
right?
Because baggage, you can unpack that, and we can work. Mm-hmm. But you should be walking around with a trash can that you've had since middle school.
Right.
Middle school, right?
You think you're supposed to be that same person, that same mindset that you had when you were in middle school, and you're 54 years old.
Right.
But it happens.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might have a couple of people from middle school I still don't like.
Yo.
We never resolved it.
Right.
We left it where it was.
Okay, so you were speaking about day 1 versus day 28. So that's evolution. So what are things from day 1 that you had, like, say, roles that may have evolved at year 28? Who does the cooking? Who does who does the grocery shopping? Who does how does that change?
She's the cook for us.
Yes.
I'm Mr. Clean.
Yeah.
I do the cooking probably 5 to 6 days a week, and then my oldest daughter, she does it sometimes. And as far as laundry, I've never done his laundry ever. From day one, he's like, I'm doing my own laundry.
Yeah.
I'm saying that.
Yeah, and it's not.
The only time I
Yeah.
did is
When I had COVID, I
during
think.
COVID.
Yeah.
Because they got COVID and down for
Oh, yeah.
And that was the only time in our marriage where I did laundry.
Mhm.
I've
Yeah.
never done it.
Yeah. and it's it's not Other than the kids, it's not a knock on her. It's just that's just where I came up, like doing my own laundry. So
Well, you were in the army. Right?
exactly. So you not know.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
made that
Military.
decision.
Yeah.
I didn't make that decision. So I'm like, cool.
Yeah. And that's the thing where so it's like to your point, like who does and I think that's always good as far as in marriage setting who's going to be responsible for what, because there's that communication, that key of like I told her, like, you don't have to worry about doing my laundry because I do my own laundry, and that's just how I'm wired. You know what I mean? She's like, okay, cool, I'm cooking. I'm not trusting you to cook. I'm like, all right, that's cool.
No, but the hugest thing with the roles are we're not in competition of, well, I'm the head of the house, I'm supposed to do this, and you're that, you're supposed. We don't do that.
Yeah.
We always like interchange in a lot of areas.
Yeah.
In more areas than one. And that truly helps where, the disagreements are minimal. Because we're constantly like interchanging, depending on what's happening.
No one's gonna sit there and look at the garbage overflowing for 3-4 days because the other person should be.
Now that part, that's on me though.
Well,
That's on
I get it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not an argument behind it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
She'll just shoot me a text like, "Hey yo,
It's kind of crazy.
I need you to take care of this for me, whatever." But and like to that point, I think to Chris, my wife's point is, I think that's something I never really thought about. I've thought about it in a sense, but with hearing you say that, there's no, do as I say type mentality in the house.
Oh yeah.
Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to walk around the house like I'm husband, I'm dad. You know what I'm saying? I get up every day, I go to work, I'm working like, you know what I'm saying? So I take care of the house in the sense of what I'm supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to walk around and say all that. And the thing is, because we interchange different things at different times, so she might say, I don't feel like cooking. I'm like, all right, cool. Or I might say, yo, I'm gonna cook, maybe twice a year I'll cook. No, real talk, not because I can't cook. I'll say let's go out. But there are times I'll say, you know what, I'll cook. It is twice a year. It'd be like Father's Day, I'll cook. Yeah, I'll cook on Father's Day, because it's like, that's me, like, like me cooking for them, that's something, whatever. But for the most part, because she's mad creative in the kitchen. So I look at her and be like, ain't nothing in here. She's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, there's nothing in here. She's like, move. And she'll go, and I'm like, yo, where was that?
Yeah.
She's like, this is my kitchen, get out. I'm like, all right, do your thing, bro.
I thought I knew how to cook until I met
Bruh.
you. Like, yo, nobody want my dry salmon anymore. Why am I gonna cook?
Right. Like,
Man, listen. I can cook a burger.
right. Steak.
Breakfast is my thing.
Come on, yeah.
Breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so with as long as you guys have been married, what's your perception on modern day single life in the DMV?
Oh, hell no.
For all the single people out there, listen
Shout out to
up.
the single folks. Hold on, man. Hold up.
Hey, hold on.
Hold up.
Hey, real talk.
You can give your perspective.
I know. Okay, all right. So real talk. If you are single in 2024, I'm praying for you. I pray Godspeed that you find somebody, because like I work. One of my jobs working at the bar, working in the industry, right? So I see single men, single women come to the bar all the time, right? And I'm, at the bar, I hear everything. So I hear all the conversation. Even though you think I don't hear anything, I'm hearing all the conversation. And it's wild. Like, some of the things that some of the women have to go through, and even some of the dudes. And I I be want to say something. I was like, nah, let me be quiet. Let me just not say anything. Cause it's like, we don't know each other. And if I give you my perspective, I think I did it one time. And these, it was like a group of five sisters, beautiful sisters. They weren't even over 30. And I was like, yo, you mind if she was like, oh, you want to give a man's point of view?
Oh boy.
I was like,
Black woman delegation.
I was like, hey, they're like, I was like, I said, nah, not really. I just kind of, maybe from a man's point of view. Oh, okay. I was like, you know what? Never mind. Go ahead.
You got it.
You got it. Go ahead down that salty road. You good, baby.
That salty road?
You good, baby. I was the first and last time. Now, if you ask me, I give people who ask me, yo, what about something? I'm like, I don't know who you hanging out with. Like, what's your connections? What are your expectations? You know what I'm saying? Well, I do all that. Do you? Like, where do you travel? What country? What's the last country you been to? Like, and then when you talk, if I'm talking to a young, if I'm talking to a woman, yo, find out first of all, if he got a passport. What does he do? If all he's doing is on the game, and I'm not knocking being on the game because that's my decompress.
Speak about it.
Listen, how I decompress is I'll be on the game. However, I will book a flight in a heartbeat and we somewhere, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm like, find out, you gotta really tap in. I think I'm not gonna say that a dating scene is sad. It's different than when we started dating. You don't have social media.
It's sad?
It's sad. Okay, I'm not single, so I don't know. But I'll take your word for it. But I mean, based off what I see. So it's just like, it's crazy because it's like, because we have technology, I would think, you should be able to find somebody or whatever. But
you're gonna find something.
You're gonna find something. It may not be what you want. Now I'm a fan of like FaceTime. Like meaning I gotta be in front of you. I can't be swiping left and swiping right. That's what y'all do?
Y'all who?
Yeah, not y'all, but is that what y'all do? Swipe left and swipe right? I don't know, up, down.
That's how they do.
I don't know.
They'll be in the same room.
Yeah, like that's the part. Like when we came up, it was like if you see somebody, he look good, she look good. Yo, slide over, talk to him real quick, kick the bobo, and then go
Kick
from
the
there.
bobo.
Yo,
remember you used to be like, I remember my pen.
Yo, exactly.
Get my pen real quick.
Keep a pen, bro. Exactly.
Look at my pen real quick before we go. Hold up.
Yeah. I mean, so like get to your point. I think I know. I'll be honest. What I see at the bar a lot of times is crazy. But I think if a person is already know their boundaries, know what they want, that patience has to kind of kick in. Because I'm not saying like, when Christina and I get there, I'm sure, when y'all got together, you had to go through the knuckleheads. You had to go through the riffraff and the nonsense before you like, hold on. Like, I mean, you get what I'm saying? You had to go through that. Then you realize, hold on, this is the one. Mm-hmm. So it takes that. I think nowadays, being on the app don't allow you to see, oh, wait a minute. You don't see them flags. But if I'm in front of you and we talking and I hear your conversation, I can pick up the flag. We're going to pick that up in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
We good.
I always tell everybody, I was in a relationship with Trina as soon as I met her. It took her a couple weeks
right.
to figure it out.
I remember you talking about that.
Listen, we met. We met.
Yeah, we met. You couldn't get. You was like, what's going on?
I was just like, what's happening?
So how did you know you were in a relationship as soon as you met her?
Life. Just like the amount of life that I had lived up to that point, and I had just made the decision to change my environment, so maybe I can meet somebody real, right? So didn't even get a good bachelor pad before I met Trina. I was like, yo, I found the place. She was like, it's 7 minutes from my house. 12 minutes, right?
Wow.
12 minutes. And I was like, boom. So we was locked in. Like, I knew it from the beginning. Like, because you know it, like you meet people and you instantly know that it's not. So then it was like, when I met Trina, I was like, she's a nice person. She's a great person from the jump, and it was go time after that. I made my intentions clear in the beginning, and we moved forward from there. We never looked back. But this ain't about us. It ain't about us.
Back to y'all.
But I think, you can relate though.
No, it was the same way.
Y'all
Yeah.
met. Were you in the military? Y'all met?
Nah,
Oh, okay.
that was a good thing.
Right.
That was a good thing.
All right, we'll leave that. We'll leave
so
that.
yeah,
We'll leave that. We'll
like
leave that.
see, it would have been no else. Yeah, that was a whole different.
All right, so we're gonna get into the business of things. You guys have, like I said earlier, Mayo 2 Media, photography, videography. In the past, you guys have done. You had a broader scope, but now you guys are kind of scoping in on spirits.
Yes.
Right. Keeping it black, which is a beautiful thing, of course.
Now,
For the most part.
for the most, so go ahead.
No.
No, I mean it's wide. It's not. It started out where we were focusing on just one particular area with spirits, but now it's,
Okay. Well, me and Mayo might have been drinking whiskey one night. He might have told me something else. I don't know.
We was at Jack Rose. That night at Jack Rose. Yo, that's probably what it is.
No, I'm cracking jokes.
We was. I probably did say that. I'm trying to tell you.
So, we went through the marriage, right? What were some of the early challenges, if any, that you had when you decided to start a business together?
Oh gosh.
well, because both of us,
Grab your mic.
photography was our hobby, and that's how we looked at it. Both of us were photographers. I've been around photography forever. 'Cause my grandfather was a photographer, and that's all I knew. And so with that, my cousin had a fashion show, and she's like, I need photographers. We're like, we're not a business. We just do this. This is our hobby. She was like, well, today you all are going to be a business. So thank God for my cousin Laura Lynn, who literally started it all as far as that mindset of, well, maybe we should do something with this. And, the first part of it was in his out photography. We're focusing on baby showers, events, weddings. That was, so that's when we really learned as far as, people, lighting. And then Naku took a class through Daryl Todd. And with that changed everything because it connected the dots. It changed the mindset of the whole concept of business. Now to really make this a business and perform an actual service impeccably, as far as teaching,
Very true.
teaching that lighting, which is everything.
Y'all masters of that. Y'all masters of that, y'all.
But see, then we decided to get a niche because he kept plugging. Get your passion project. Find something you want to hone in on.
Oh yeah.
And then we pulled in the whole concept of black bartenders and spirits.
Where we met.
Yeah.
And hospitality. That was, and so we were like, well, we don't know any bartenders. It's like,
That right there was crazy.
Let's go out,
Yeah.
And so with that, we literally hit the jackpot.
Yeah.
Because first we met Tracy Franklin,
Okay.
and then we met
Mike.
Mike Holiday, bartender who worked at Family Farmers. So
I met him the
Mike,
same day I met with you.
connected with Capri,
Yeah.
who's on Netflix.
Drink Master.
On
Drink Master.
Drink Masters.
Yep.
And then Capri, Danae, and Mike. They knew
I met all y'all the
Yeah.
same day.
That was at
every bartender in DC.
That was the Back to Black joint we did at the Gibson.
Gibson.
Yeah.
The Gibson.
Yeah, every black bartender in DC.
Yeah.
And then we, connected to almost everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
In the area. Biggest thing when it came to our business was our mindset. Because with our class that we took with Daryl, he said, look, I can teach this camera all day, but I can't teach passion.
Yeah.
And he changed our mindset because for the first time in my life, I heard someone talk about betting on yourself.
Yeah.
I heard that concept, but I'd never seen it before. And he talked about, all that he did to better himself as far as, because, photography is a luxury. Meaning it's not something you have to have in life to survive.
Right.
So you have to convince people, yes, you need this. You need video. You need, images for your business, and we can do it for you.
Yeah.
So with him, he doesn't even understand how much he has helped us just pivot in this area to the point, okay, now this is why we're shooting these whiskey brands, tequila brands, Bacardi, Douce, Red Bull. The only way we can shoot with them is because of our mindset of saying, no, we're going to bet on ourselves. Because nobody in our family, has a business and are entrepreneurs. This was foreign to us. I was a teacher for 24 years. And I decided in 2019, I'm going full straight ahead.
Dope.
So this is what I do full time, and I'm constantly learning. And everyone wanted video. Because we were like, oh, we don't do video, but we can direct you to somebody. So he's like, you're taking a class too. I took the class, you're taking the class, and you're going to learn video, and I'm going to do the photography, and you're going to do the video. I'm just like, take class, what? Yeah. And the first day of that class I'm taking it, it was like, I was sold. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Didn't you say your cousin introduced, who'd you say recommended you come with them on a date? Who was it? Was it your cousin? When y'all met?
Y'all met.
Her friend.
First
Oh,
met?
the real close friend.
A friend.
Yeah.
Was one of her pitching points is that he's a photographer too?
No.
Oh, so y'all didn't even know.
It
we didn't know we were
Oh, wow.
I didn't know he was a photographer. He didn't know. It was just a passive.
Wow, that's crazy.
And that was one of that's the crazy part was that in that it wasn't like, when we came together, oh, you like, I mean, I always like in the military, you know how it is. You know, if you're in the Army or in the Air Force in the military, you're going to have a camera just because. And that was one of the things. I got my first camera at 12, but it wasn't, I just love snapping photos. Mm-hmm. When we got married and we started realizing this is, something that we like to do as a hobby, it was just more of, okay, I'm taking photos. I'm not thinking about the business aspect. Again, because if you don't have, when you have the right people in your ear that's going to push you to excellence, that's the thing right there. So my cousin pushing us, and she not even knowing what she did. And they were like, and I'm like, business? I'm like, look, man, I just want to go out 6 o'clock in the morning, go take photos, do what I do, and I ain't trying to deal with nobody. I'm good, you know what I mean? Yeah. But when she said, nah, y'all need to, it's an empowerment thing. And then, when we met, our instructor and things like that, hearing those words and seeing his example, when you bet on yourself as far as like, yo, I can do this. Like, we can do this. And that was one of the things for us to, all right, let's bet on ourselves. When she came to me and was like, I'm done teaching. I'm like, all right, cool, we'll make it work. You know what I'm saying?
I love it, yo.
And pushing her, like, because when I started seeing the trend early of people were asking for video, and I'm watching social media like, hold on. I saw how the trend was going. I'm like, I need you to focus on this. So now, if someone comes to me and say, I need a videographer, I got just a person. Who I already know, like, and that's the beautiful thing, like in business, like when we're doing a gig together, if I'm shooting photos and she's doing video, I don't have to worry.
I'm telling you, you don't even realize what Christina's doing until you see the final product and you're like, when did you do this? And even when we got married, they shot our ceremony and we get the photos and here's a photo of us signing the paper. And I'm like, I don't even remember him doing this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, y'all really good at what y'all do.
I appreciate
y'all what y'all do. What are there any lessons like from your marriage and your relationship that you carried over to business that helped you be successful on the business side?
Yeah. Like you said, the first one, communication. We have to talk about everything. So we have our weekly business meeting, where we're talking about everything. Whether it's ideas or it's just, so a lot of times people will text me, right? Because they have my phone number or whatever. They'll text me and I have to make sure I tell her because we have a calendar. So it's like, and her thing's like, just tell me and I'll put it on the calendar. You know what I mean? So that's like one of the biggest things. The trust factor. You know what I'm saying? Like I just said, like we're doing something together. I don't have to worry about, we'll talk about the concept and we'll talk about what we're covering, what the shot list might be. We'll talk about things like that. I don't dictate to her what to capture because I already know she's gonna get it. And I'll come back, I'm like, yo, when did you get that? And I see because she does all the editing. I edit all the photos, she edits all the videos. So if I shoot video, she's like, give me the card. Like I have to give the card up so she can edit it, but that's how we set it up.
Yeah.
We set up specifically like that, so that if she shoots photos, I'll edit the photos, and we just keep it that way, right? So going back to kind of assigning duties, you know what I mean? So knowing, like, I know she know what she's doing.
Yeah.
So when I don't have to, make sure you get this. I might say they want such and such, and she'll be like, I got you.
Yeah.
And do your thing. And we shoot, like, we don't do weddings anymore. So I'm gonna put this out there right now. if anybody
we appreciate y'all.
like, real talk, theirs was the next to last wedding that we shot. We shot our last wedding in April ever. I'm not shooting any more weddings. So,
Why not?
You want the R-rated or the PG?
No, I want the R-rated. Why not?
Fuck them weddings. Yo, crazy how you got married, but fuck them weddings, dog. I'm serious. No, it's
What is it about weddings?
Okay. So it's always for us. It's never really been the bride and groom. It's always been the damn family members.
Oh.
Like, it's always been that uncle. Let me slide that over there for me.
No, this West Brunch podcast. It's fine, bro.
Real talk, it is.
Just one or two.
Was our family?
Whatever.
Did we have family that was married?
Whatever. Whatever.
I like the way he said it.
You might be. It wasn't all of them. It was, but the one or two.
Messed it up for everybody.
And I know you.
I'm like,
Mayo be getting hot, yo.
I try not to. So my thing is, like, if you hire me to do something, I'm going to do it. I'm going to give you what you want and more. That's how we rock. We like what you need. I got you. And we're going to be there hands down, 10 toes down, knocking it out. And so I don't need someone who's not hired to be in my way. Like, I need you to go sit down, enjoy the wedding. Thank you. And and that's the whole thing. And I'm like, and if I say, hey, I'm nice. Hey, bro, can you slide to the side because we've hired to do this?
Right.
Fuck you talking about? This is my niece's wedding. My nigga, if you don't get your ass off my wedding, like, I try not to go 0 to 10 like that quick. I really am working on that. But the Aries in me is not gonna have it. I'm just like telling you. I'm like, you already know. So, but then also, okay, that's that part. So the other piece she said,
You guys have a podcast.
No, never that. The other piece though is that we really wanted to hone in on the niche. That we really wanted to hone in instead of, having a wide spectrum. So if someone calls me, do you shoot baby showers? Not anymore, but I could recommend somebody.
Yeah.
And that was the thing of, let's hone in on something that we wanted to do where we can tell the stories. And that was where, when it came to the spirits industry, was being able to, how we started was being able to tell stories of black bartenders. Because when we was going out in the city, I wasn't seeing a whole lot of black bartenders. And I'm like, yo, why is that? No knock on anybody else, but the thing is, we have to see our likeness.
Yep.
So we have to tell our stories, and I'm passionate about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I mean, Steven Spielberg did an excellent job with Color Purple. I'm no knock on that, right? He did it. However, black people in America have to tell our stories on all spectrums. I'm gonna stand on that till the day I die. So when it comes to the spirits industry, because the representation, that representation is ridiculous. So when I see somebody like a Fawn Weaver who is like knocking doors down, I see somebody, like T. Capri, Tiffany, doing her thing with her tequila brand. When I see the boys up in Chicago with their whiskey brands doing their thing, you know what I mean? Like, that to me is exciting, right? When I see bartenders who are running their own spot, who transition from being a bartender to owning, right, to being brand ambassadors,
Yes, sir.
That to me is exciting. Like, they need that story told. Like, how did you get here? We mentioned Tracy Franklin. If you don't know Tracy Franklin, she's one of the dopest people in the whiskey space, hands down.
Brilliant mind.
Brilliant mind. Like, she is the one who got me liking Scotch.
Wow.
So let's just, you know what I'm saying? So she, like, that type of thing. You know, Trina, I told her, like, we have to do something because Black folks in wine, Wes is here, right? I told Wes, we got to do some things, you know, when we talk about Black folks in wine, that story is not really being told like it should.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, Trina is brilliant. I ain't know anybody else, you know, Sarah. Wes has come to the bar before, you know, and I'm like, all right, well, school me on some wine. Let's talk about it. Yeah. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So
y'all the part of that evolution of the Black bartender in DC.
Yeah. I don't know.
No, y'all, you were there. Y'all, we met there.
Yeah, I know. We did.
That event at the Gibson was the start of something.
That was a personal project. That was
the start of something.
That was our personal project. Yeah.
That literally gave acknowledgement to the Black bartenders, like literally photos and storytelling about this person, whatever. Y'all did that. That was the first time something like that had been done.
Yeah, I ain't know.
That started a thing, and y'all was a part of that. So that's, you know, you can hang your hat on that. You know what I mean? How do you two feel about the resurgence of film photography?
Love it.
You love it? Yeah.
I love that effect when it's in video or even if it's in pictures, because my grandfather, you know, he shot thousands of pictures. And my mom has the majority of them now in her house, along with thousands of slides.
Oh my God.
Who has slides?
Right.
Who even thinks about slides? And the way the slides look, the pictures are so crisp, they look like they were taken yesterday. But they're filmed. You know, and he was an engineer, and he was so into technology in general. So I guess that's why it's in me too, you know, because every time something new came out, he got it. And that was so rare for someone, you know, in the 60s and 70s to do. You know, I remember life before a microwave. But I remember that the Christmas he gave my grandmother a set of instructions, and she was like, "What's this?" And he went down in the basement and came upstairs with that microwave, and he, you know, so
put it on the counter.
The 8mm video camera, and he still has so that effect.
Wow.
Is not just, oh, it looks beautiful. It's my childhood.
Yeah.
And my family.
It's a nostalgia
to
piece
see
there.
that's a reminder.
Yeah.
And they last forever. You know.
Yeah, it came back. It's like vinyl. Like it came back. And now it's popping.
Yeah, I love it. It is film. Like, film gives a different aesthetic. I love digital, but however, film, the aesthetics on film is crazy. It's just lovely. And the only thing that I'm upset about is they are charging way too much now for film cameras. Like,
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, like so probably about 3-4 years ago, you could find a medium format film camera under 200 easy.
Oh, it's crazy
now.
It's crazy.
Jokers want to charge like 1,000. I'm like, bro, this camera's like 30 years old. What are we doing? Like,
crazy.
So it's like, if you already have one, like if you have a film camera, just hold on to it, or you know, start shooting with it because it's fire.
My dad retired from Kodak.
Oh, we talked about that. Yeah.
He retired from Kodak. A little wine. Y'all good?
You finished about, We're done. We're done.
Thank you, Jess. What's your dream shoot? A dream shoot. What's your dream shoot?
Dream shoot? Ooh.
Yeah. You have one?
I do.
Person or a theme or
Go ahead. You got it.
Okay,
No?
tell us a video one and a photo.
A video? You got a video one? I know you do. A dream shoot? Gosh. Honestly, I think for me, I think for me would be to. I think two. One I would really love to do some work with Fawn Weaver. I think that's one. I would love to do some work with her. But I'd also love to. I have an idea for a show that I would love to get on either Netflix or it's like I'm not even gonna talk about it right now.
Yeah,
but it's just
much, bro.
it's written down. Trust me, it's. But I mean, I think that's for me. That's one to really the idea that I have to get that into fruition and see that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need to be in front of it. It's like for us to be behind and produce it That's our work. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really have. I mean, when it comes to people, I'm not like, to me, you put on your pants like I do every day and we good. So, but I think it's like certain ideas that I would love to just get out. Indeed. So like working with her will be when I say working with her, not just one time. I mean like, cause she does so much. I'm like, I want to come in and follow you around where you go to different things. And like, we just put all of that together.
Fawn Weaver, for those who don't know, is the owner of Uncle Near's Whiskey. She started a black whiskey brand. They have bourbon. They have non-bourbon whiskey, Tennessee whiskey. So Fawn Weaver is really dope. She came up. They have a beautiful distillery out there. Was Tennessee, right?
Yeah, it's in Shelbyville, I think.
And she's just doing great things and whatnot. So
she's getting ready to go on tour again.
She's getting ready to go on tour. Yeah. She's coming to DC to the press club. So yeah.
What advice would you guys give young photographers and videographers trying to get in the game?
I just did that on Threads. I just did it on Threads. Go ahead.
Yeah, y'all know my son is a photographer.
Taj is fun.
He's graduating on Thursday.
He does? Oh, let's give it up for Taj. Let's go. And he is 95% film. He is a film photographer. I told him we're going to have about 4, 5, 6 jobs. Yep.
But, he's a young person coming into the game. How would you advise him?
That whole concept of betting
You need
on
the mic.
as far as whatever is his passion, whatever he wants to focus on, it doesn't matter if the people in that arena or genre contact him. No, you hire yourself and volunteer your services.
James, we have to clip this up.
It's the hardest thing to get across in your mind because we're living in this world system where air costs money. So the whole concept of what do you mean? Bet on yourself, hire yourself. Exactly. If we can spend $100, $200 a month to go out to eat or more, just imagine if you spend half of that investing in yourself to volunteer to show up someplace where you want to be. Like, it's not, I'm not invited. I don't know anybody there. No, is that where you want to be?
Yeah.
Okay, the ticket is $125. Oh, I don't know. That's like, you were going to spend $200.
Yeah.
So just take $125, invest it, show up there, and start making connections as far as relationships are concerned. Because no one in any genre or arena or industry is going to knock on your door and say, hey, I'm going to hire you for anything. No matter what you want to do, nobody's going to come to you. You have to go to where you want to be. And it's the hardest concept because I never heard that concept until I was over 50 years old.
Right. That's crazy.
It's like, what? No, but everybody in my family, work, home, school, work, home, church, work, home, this, and then retire and die. Let on myself. Do something I like to do.
We talk about that all the time. How
I like to do.
We learn to follow our passions late in life because we were taught. We never saw it. No, We never saw this. And I'm happy that I did learn that because that allowed me to let my son Taj go to FIT with a photography degree.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like that's your passion, bro. Follow it and go, because don't wait until you're 50.
Right. Exactly.
Trying to figure it out later.
You still can
Right,
do
you
it.
can still do it. You know what I'm saying? We doing it, right?
Yeah.
I know.
We all doing it.
All doing
But all
it.
the kids are creatives.
Change everything in mid.
But our kids have a great advantage
Yeah.
because at some point we learned that no, you don't have to have the picket fence, the
Right.
house with 3 bedrooms. You don't have to have all these things.
You don't have to have a government job with the
You don't have to. It's kind of good.
It helps when you gotta fund something.
35
Right.
years in service.
Government contracting is not that bad, but
Everything costs money though.
yeah,
Yeah.
If you didn't have to spend as much on this whole system as
yeah.
you can do.
Yeah.
I think one thing I would say is tune out the noise. And what I mean by that is, so here's the thing, and I've seen this, right? I've seen this within my own. What I mean by tune out the noise, when you find what you love and how you want to approach it, along with betting on yourself, like run with that. Because you'll have people who will come along and see what you're doing and
On yourself.
and they'll see it, but here's what they'll see. They'll see how far you can go with it, and they'll try to kill it before you really get there, so that they can go and do it.
Yeah, buddy.
Jeez.
So that they'll see, like, oh, I see what you're doing, and they'll try to come and like put some nonsense in your ear, like, I don't know if you really want to go that way or whatever. They'll show like a dissent, like somebody that you trust. That you try to talk about, you might try to talk about a concept to that you trust, and they hear it and they like this real disingenuous, and they're not interested, and you might take that like, damn, what am I wrong? And they listening, they taking mental notes. Oh, word, okay, and they're gonna run it. Next thing you know, they running doing your idea. But here's what I say: you tune out the noise. You can't do what I do
You got that
because it ain't for you. Like if you try to run my play, you gonna fumble it because you don't even know how I devise the play.
Yeah.
Like every time I tell people all the time, like, well, how do you do? Nah, bro, don't worry about how I do what I do. Go out, find your voice, find your eye, and you run with it. The one thing I love about Taj is that when I see his photos, I know that's him.
That's him, yo.
That's him, hands down. And that's how you get hired if you were running a business, because people gonna hire you based off of that. So when you tune out the noise, like people say, well, how's your little bar thing going? Well, first of all, my little bar thing is going lovely. Fuck you. And next time you want to come to the bar, I'll set you up. And matter of fact, I might take your portrait and you'll be the best it'll be the best one you ever had. Yeah. Like, don't play with me. You know what I'm saying? But people will see that. Yeah. So you have to tune out the noise and just be like, you know what? I'm gonna do what I do. Do you. Right? Yep. Because there's only one of you in this world.
Amen.
Sorry. I apologize. It's just,
I love it. So this last question is a business question. Trina came up with this question. It's a really good one. What advice would you give anyone needing photography or videography services? How do you advise their clients or potential clients?
Oh, man. You want me to do it? Or you good? You got it? Why I gotta do it?
Why I gotta do it?
Okay, all right. So first, I would say understand what you want, right? Understand what it is that you want. So a lot of people say, I want to do headshots. Cool. What are your headshots for? Let's say headshots. What are your headshots for? Or is, okay, my headshots are for such and such. Cool. Do you have an idea about color scheme? What are your outfits that you want to wear? Do you have a location? Do you want to do inside, outside? Like think about what it is you want to convey in the imagery, whether it's video or photography. You want to think about what do you want to convey. Some people, I just want a couple images. Okay, cool. You could do this and you got a couple images, but what do you want to convey? Think about what you want to wear. Like, what is your personality? That's the key thing. You want your personality to come through in your images, in your video. And so even like when we have folks who, when it comes to video projects, like what's your story? Like do you have a shot list? If we're working with a company, do you have a shot list? Like some companies will have certain aesthetics. If we do work with Bacardi in the area for different events, I already know that rep has an idea of what they want us to capture. So they'll say, here's the shot list, get A, B, C, and D, cool. Edit it, go from there. So always think about what is your end product. And you might think, I don't know. Cool. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, let's talk about what do you know, some people definitely will not know because everyone is not going to think about it. It's like, hey, I need a photo. That's it. And let's go from there. So I would say, if you don't know, then let's have that conversation. And we'll set up a meeting, have a conversation, and let's talk through it. And we talk about ideas. I ain't going to give you the full gist of the idea because ideas are constantly coming like for both of us. But I mean, let's talk about that aspect because something, and if you don't know, it's okay. If you say to me, I don't know. All right, I have questions. Like, I'm going to ask detailed questions. Trust me. That's just my wife.
There's like parallels between photography and being a bartender.
Oh, indeed.
Because it's similar. Like, you have a person come to a bar. Oh, well, I don't want anything on the menu. You got something fruity
all
or
the time.
You got something with bubbles in it.
All the time.
So
yeah.
you gotta help them.
That's all the time. Yeah, and that's. I think it's so funny because I never realized that until I started working at him. I was like, yo, he was like, make me something. Oh, hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. What do you like? I don't know. Okay, let's start. You like sweet, spicy, you like citrus, you like sour. You know what I'm saying? Do you like tequila? You like rum? You like whiskey? I literally go through, because everybody's palate is different.
Yeah.
I have people say, well, make me your favorite drink. Nope. I love whiskey. Do you like whiskey? No. Then I'm not gonna make you my favorite drink. I don't make you. You'll be upset.
Yeah.
So it's the exact same thing.
So all right, I have two more questions. Sorry, Christina. We're a little bit Mayo based. What made you go into the bartending? I know you were shooting it.
Yeah.
Was it the exposure?
The creative aspect. It was like as we started forming our relationships with the bartenders and going through the project that we did that you came to at the Gibson, right? I really started to see the creative side to bartending. And I think that was the thing that I didn't know about is when we talk about craft bartending is fresh syrup, like syrups, juices. Like, I mean, we're talking about, you creating the syrup from pineapple and jalapenos, ginger, jalapenos, something like that, right?
Yeah.
So that was, seeing that creativity of what I was like, whoa, this is, man, like, that was the thing. It was a creative part. And then, I wanted to it was funny because I wanted to really learn about certain things. And then it was just like, I wonder if I could do this part-time. So I went to the best person I knew, AJ, and I was like, are you hiring? She was like, yeah, over at Serenata. If y'all know about Serenata, go check out Serenata in Union Market. One of the best bars in the city, hands down. Yep. And so I hit her up. I was like, and we was already doing their photos anyway for their bar. So she was like, come on. So I didn't touch a shaker tin for about 3-4 months. She was like, yeah, you're not shaking anything. You're gonna learn. And that literally is but that was the best thing. So the creative aspect is what really drew me. And I think in really engaging with folks and wanting people to have a good time, the hospitality aspect, definitely. Yeah.
All right, my last question. Who's your top 5 dead or alive?
Here we go. Why are we
Top
doing
5
this?
dead or alive?
Who's the top 5 rappers dead or alive?
Right now?
Who's
With
the
all
top
the beefs
5?
happening?
Who's the top 5
Hey,
rappers
can I
dead
get
or
another
alive?
glass? Can I get another glass before we start this?
Don't
Bring
nobody
another
pour
glass
no
of
whiskey
No,
or nothing in this
Another
glass.
glass.
Can we get another one? Because you want to go ahead, you go.
Top 5.
Oh, you got something? I didn't know.
Go ahead, no, give it a mic. Go.
Nasir Jones.
Oh, this number 5? Or that's your number 1?
Wherever you want to put them.
Hey, number 1.
All right. Go ahead. Name your 5.
Let's see. Definitely Eric being Rakim.
Rakim. Okay.
Rakim.
Long Island.
Yes.
Top
Yes.
3.
Yes.
Oh, we got the same, or is it just you want it from both of them?
Go ahead. It don't matter.
Yeah.
Just rip off because she did too.
All right, so you said Nas, which is on mine. Rakim, definitely the God MC. You already know Biggie.
Okay.
Biggie for me, and people might say, well, so Biggie for me, definitely. His storytelling was fire.
Yeah.
For me, and the way he his cadence for me also. So Nas, Rakim, Biggie. I gotta put KRS-One on that list.
Ooh, yes, sir.
I gotta put the teacher on that joint. I gotta put him on that joint. Definitely. Like if you don't understand, definitely. Yeah. So yeah, definitely KRS-One.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I love that.
All right, we need one
Yo,
more.
one more.
One more.
Okay, hold
Who's
on.
number 5? Are there any ladies? Somebody said, what about MC Light?
We can do it all night.
I mean-
we can do it all night. Hold up. Stay focused.
I mean, I know. Then that's actually a valid point because hold on, can we pause right here for a minute?
The ladies?
Go.
Huh? Yes. Oh.
I'm saying Rhapsody and MC Light.
That's dope.
Rhapsody is dope, but
All time?
MC Light will probably.
So this is the thing when that count. Go ahead. Say that again.
Go ahead.
No, what you say? So when we always talk about top 5 dead or alive, the women are never mentioned.
And that messed up?
The women, and this is a valid point. And even like we've talked about it. I ain't had none of the women, and I'm a MC Light fan. Like when she first dropped,
she's a goat.
I was like, yo, I had her thing in my Sony Walkman for probably like 3 weeks straight. But
You had a waterproof joint?
no, I ain't had that money though. I'm sorry, I ain't have no money for the waterproof. I had to get this. He had the yellow joint with the clip on.
the
I'm
yellow
like,
joint,
yo, dog.
I had the
Yeah,
yellow
no, you
joint.
folded
I had
over.
that.
I ain't get that. Nah, that wasn't me, bro. I had to join the regular Sony Walkman. I was happy to get that.
No doubt.
But women are never brought up in the top 5 dead or alive, and I think that's a travesty, to be honest, because there's so many dope women MCs. The MCs period that, MC Light definitely.
It's like goat, son.
Yeah, it's just, and the thing is her flow, her cadence, just the way she brings, you know what I'm saying? Like she's versatile on what she says. So, I mean, you know what? We're gonna take MC Light for the 5th. Let's do that. Let's take Light for the 5th one.
I like it.
Hey.
You got anything else, baby?
So you guys shot us 3 times.
We did.
3 times.
Yeah.
Was it 3?
Remember the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
shoot
yeah.
in
Hers?
Alexandria?
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
And then mine for
Yep.
like my birthday, and
Yep.
then ours together. What was your favorite one of us?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a great question. The wedding? Yeah,
The
I think
wedding?
the wedding. I
The
think the
wedding?
wedding.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all kind of caught us from the beginning. Like, remember?
Now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, we actually did. Because the first shoot we did in Old Town Alexandria.
Yeah.
Because we had the wine decanter and we had the whiskey
Yeah,
box.
that
And
was
you had,
wine versus whiskey,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah.
Versus whiskey.
I think she won, yo.
Yeah,
yeah, I
wine
think
won.
because you like, I'm
Wine
definitely to bring the
versus
whiskey. I was
and
like,
we're
No,
all
it's good.
drinking
It's good,
wine.
bro. I'm gonna
So
drink that.
wine won.
yeah.
Yeah, wine won.
You want to tell people where to find y'all?
Yeah.
How can they find you guys if you would like their services, but not for a wedding? No weddings.
Right.
Or baby showers.
We can
But they
recommend
can
somebody
recommend.
for sure.
So
Where to
how they
find
find
y'all?
You can find us at mayotomedia.com, our website. Mayotomedia.com is our website.
Mayo 2 Media, the number 2 media.
Yeah.
.com is our website. Mayo to Media for Instagram. And then mine is mayotomedia.too.
Mayo.
Mayo.
Yeah.
Mayo.
MAYO
MAYO, the number
Number
2
2.
media.
and media.
Gotcha.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Appreciate
Yes.
y'all,
Good
man.
conversation. Learned some things.
Y'all are the best.
That was crazy.
Shout
That was
out.
fun.
Shout out.
Live hand claps to the
Thank
guests.
you, please.
Live hand claps to y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Wait.
Go ahead, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are nominating yourself for the Best Sneaker
Yes.
Award, we will be judging. So if you would like to walk yourself up here so we can see your
Oh, okay.
sneakers.
You want to parade them?
Yeah, just parade.
We
Just
doing
a
a
little
walk.
quick walk
Let's
by.
go.
A little
Oh.
quick walk by because
The A1, the pink, white A1. Let's go.
We're gonna be looking at the
Hey.
sneakers. You should get your phone and start taking pictures. Take pictures.
I like that.
We're gonna have a
I got
little shoe
video
cam
already.
action happening.
Nah, come on. You got it. You got it. You got that. Come on.
If you are nominating yourself, please
I say get up in
proceed
there.
down
Oh,
the
let's go.
promenade here. The promenade.
Yeah. Hey.
Okay.
What's happening?
And we will be
You
placing
ready?
votes. Oh, come on,
Oh,
silver.
the black and silver.
license.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, yes.
The pump. Remember the
Oh,
pump?
the props.
pump,
The
yeah.
props. All right.
Winnie? Okay, good to meet you.
It was lovely.
No, come on down. Hey, Wes. Oh, yeah. Hey. Wait, the feline. Hey. Throwback. The throwback. Oh, let's get it. Let's get it.
House wave right here.
Oh, yeah. Those are fire. Hey, come on, Wes.
Come on, sneakers.
Come on, Wes.
Come on down.
There we go, there we go.
Let's go.
All right.
Just stop. First time touching the floor.
Oh.
Let's get it.
All right.
Who's next to us?
We got the black and green white with the A1. A1.
Oh,
Ooh.
with the jewels
Yes, sir.
on 'em. All right.
We got the A1.
Those are hard.
Those are fire.
Come on now.
Come
I
on,
love it.
look
I
at
love it. I love it.
Who else? Who else?
It's all good.
Come on.
Yeah.
I got my old lady, Dr. Shaw.
Yeah. Yay.
All right, man. Dr.
Let's
Scholes
go.
for the win. Dr. Scholes and them.
Thank you, guys. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Oh, we got a picture.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Hey, those are Asics joint. Let's go.
All right, with the aces.
Yeah.
Yes. Are
Those-
there any more?
Yes, sir.
Are there
Yes,
any more
sir.
entries?
Hey, I see some Concords.
I see.
I see, come on, y'all.
Hello in the back. Are there any more
Joe back there
entries?
thinking about it.
Joe, are
Nope.
you
Joe back
entering
there thinking
Joe,
about
come on, Joe. Joey always got some fire and
Chewing
heat.
the fork, are you entering?
I'm about to throw mine in there if y'all stop playing.
Come on now, don't be
Vanessa.
shy. Vanessa,
Come on,
your
we got
sneakers. Come on, Vanessa.
Oh, yeah, let's go. Hey.
Yes. Give us the animal print in the back.
The animal print, let's go.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking
There
about.
it is.
All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
I love that.
Any more?
Come on, he got the Air Max. You gotta bring the Air Max up. Come on.
Come on.
Yeah, bring the Air Max joints up here.
Look at these.
Okay, all right.
You see it, y'all. You see it.
Hey,
I see some.
right.
I'm about to start calling some folks out.
We good, man. It's good.
This what's up, baby.
Thank you.
Calm down.